Yo, yo, we live. We live. I ain't got no music. I ain't got nothing. All I could do is see the comments. All I could see is people coming in. So if you if you in here, give me a mic check. Yo. We live. We live, people. It's another day. Behind the wheel today. Finna give y'all a little content, and just go on my rant about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think people respect the fact that um, trucking is a way out. It's like a means to an end. And what I mean by that is you can't do this forever. Good looking, good looking, good looking. Good looking, Don. Appreciate you checking in. I'm good on the sound check. Good. You say you sound good. Trucking is a means to an end. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is you can't do this forever. Because if you do, man, the health, the financially, it really ain't worth it. You know what I mean? I mean, who wants to die in a truck? Relationship wise, as far as spending time with your kids. I got 3 kids and 4 stepkids, so it's important that my presence is. It's important that I'm around. You know what I mean? To lead the way. Good looking on the sound check, Smitty. It's important that I lead the way. You know what I mean? And show them that there's more to just the stuff that they're gonna see their friends doing. You know what I mean? And then that's the other thing. When I was coming up, I came up in a single parent home. Mother raised me. My father was around, but he was a street nigga. So coming up, I didn't know too much better than being a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew because my mother was working her tail off, but from a man's perspective, being a street nigga wasn't like a bad thing to me. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it wasn't far fetched. Like I was a street like I was just by my father's standard, I was born to be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I would have just went along that path and not paid attention to certain other examples, because I have plenty of cousins, like all my older cousins, they were street niggas too. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't regular street niggas. These niggas was getting to the bag. You know what I'm saying? I had some crazy examples growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't let that deter me into making the right decision. Which later on in life, my decision was my way out was the army. So, and thank God for that. It showed me a different way of life. It showed me that I didn't have to hustle or pimp some female. You know what I mean? Like I could have definitely went that route. Like, I was blessed with this. You know what I mean? With this skin and decent hair and you know, decent mind. Where I could have just been a pimp. I could have lived off women and been a player and hustled and did. I could have lived off the land if I wanted to. But that's just something that, like I said, it wasn't in the cards for me. That ain't what I wanted. I could have did it easily, but it ain't what I wanted. You know. And lucky for me, like I said, I went to the army, so I was able to see a different way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? But back to trucking being a means to an end. I think that a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, if you're able to, like, there's a way, okay? And we try to talk about this all the time. All the people that I have conversations with or do content with, we try to talk about it all the time. There's a way for you to be in this trucking game and be healthy at the same time. And it's not that hard. It just takes commitment. And then after the commitment, it just becomes a way of life. Like you can have like simple stuff in here like salads, soups and stuff like that. You could stop at Subway and grab a salad. Or you could stop at a Walmart while you in between shippers and receivers and go get a bunch of soup and and just like somewhat live a decent life, you know what I mean, far as food wise. Now, as far as you getting out of the truck and actually taking a jog and doing some type of exercise to get your heart rate up, that's gonna take a lot more effort. But at least eating wise, it's not that hard. Whether you want to do it or not is a different story. Whether you would rather go to Wendy's and get a Baconator, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part of the game that is like, it's hard for cats to just focus and get into living a healthy lifestyle in the truck because let's be honest, people, when you in a truck, a lot of times when you eat the things you do or do the things that you do, you feel like I deserve that. This Baconator or this steak I'm finna get from the iron skillet, this steak and eggs or this whatever you get or whatever you do. If you stop at a hotel or a motel or whatever, if you get a decent room in between, shippers and receivers or whatever, you feel like I deserve that. I'm gonna get a room with a pool, sit in a hot tub, and I'm gonna enjoy life. Or some of the young cats, the young Thundercats, they might hit a strip club or deal with some lot lizards, which is a crazy fact. Like I keep telling people, I've never seen a lot lizard a day in my life. I've never had a chick knock on a truck. None of that. But then again, I don't sleep at truck stops like that. So, you know what I mean? I came up in the game, learning and listening to other people, learning how to sleep at the ship. You know what I'm saying? So I already had that instilled in me as a gym when I got in the game. So I wasn't really a truck stop guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so a lot of times when you do some of the unhealthy decisions you make, you do it because you feel like you deserve it. And truth be told, I agree with you. You do deserve it. You do deserve to be happy after working 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, driving coast to coast, or whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, some of the things that you think you deserve are they're ill-advised. You know what I'm saying? They're ill-advised. Like you shouldn't be doing it. It's bad for your health. They're bad decisions. Of course, I ain't got to go over the lot lizard thing with y'all. Y'all already know what time it is with that, But, a lot of the things that you are able to access in a short time, let's say you a go-getter and your dispatcher or whoever you working for is running you tight, the little 10-hour window or 12-hour window that you got to get some sleep and get back to the next, ship or receive and pick something up or drop something off, you don't have much time to, dilly-dally around. It ain't like you got a bunch of time to wait. So it's easy to get into, for lack of a better term, bullshit. You know what I mean? It's easy for you to get into bullshit, and because the bullshit is quick fixes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything in the street game. It's like with the street game, it's quick money. Everything's quick, fast. And if you're not paying attention, your life could be gone just that fast. So that's what I'm saying. Like, coming from a street perspective, I know don't nothing good come overnight. It takes grind, hard work, determination. Anything you could get like that, man, that ain't good for you. Now, whether or not you're smart enough to figure out the algorithms, figure out the metrics of the streets or the hustle or whatever you're doing, whatever scam or whatever quick, easy fix, or in this case, if you're smart enough to get out of that jam doing quick, easy fixes like self-medicating yourself, whether that's marijuana or pills or cocaine or whatever. And I'm talking from a trucker's perspective. If you're smart enough to get out of that jam or whatever the case may be, or deal with lot lizards, or hit strip clubs, or live a nightlife and, visit the clubs, have a few drinks, be able to live a life inside of the truck, just know it's a quick, easy fix, and just that quick, you could ruin your life. And it's crazy because I know a lot of cats, and I know a lot of cats got the mentality that they're not gonna let nothing stop them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at the fact that you feel like you deserve, something. Like after working this job, you feel like, man, what I got to show for it. But don't let that mentality trap you into doing stuff that's just like short-term fixes. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to get the quick fix because it ain't gonna do nothing but come back and bite you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, this trucking thing is it's a means to a way out. If I was you or whoever out there, if you're driving a truck, I would be looking to get out of this business on top. Now, don't get me wrong. If you poor or you got a horrible, like you barely making it, then yeah, jump in the truck. Facts for sure. Anybody that's like ain't doing nothing with their life, like just gang banging and selling drugs and hitting the blocks or whatever, especially if you're not a good drug dealer. Because we all know Nickelbag Nathaniel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Nickelbag Nate. You're trash, bro. You do what you doing. That's not hustling. You just living off the fat of the land. You know what I'm saying? You're just making enough money to get by if you're sitting up there selling Nickelback. Now, if you zoning it out, okay, let's go. Let's put the emphasis on zone. Let's say you more like a zone type cat, right? I could see you. I could see why the streets pull you back in because you're selling zones. You're probably banging them off for 1,300 a wop. You're probably getting them in whatever price. Your price point is probably like anything at a stack or better is a win for you. Is a W. You breaking even at 800 or 900 a zone, right? You selling them for 1,300 a wop. And depending on how you're doing things or whatever, maybe you're breaking down a couple quarters, couple, halves, couple two and a babies, maybe even, we used to have this thing called two and a split, you know what I'm saying? Which is two and a quarter. So, you're throwing deals, you're doing your thing. And every customer that you serving is a couple hundred a wop, profit. So yeah, I can see why that type of lifestyle would constantly call you in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to give up them few little hundreds by making a few phone calls, hitting the block. You already talking to cats that you like talking to, that's in the lifestyle, that's living this hip hop type lifestyle. Because let's be honest, we all like the hip hop lifestyle. The world loves it. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. Hip hop is number one. And part of being, a hustler is part of living that hip hop's dream, that hip hop dream. And it's like, I get it. If you're making 100 a wop on each deal that you're doing and you got some cool cats that's, keeping you in the game, I get why that would be hard to walk away from. But at the same time, it's just like the trucking. It's the same thing. What are you risking? What are you giving away? You know what I'm saying? And the hustler mentality, it's too much to risk as far as your life, as far as like your freedom. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the lifestyle that you live come with the live by the gun, die by the gun mentality. So it's like, bro, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna spend your time living by the gun, die by the gun, because if you do, one thing's for sure, you're definitely gonna die by it. You're definitely gonna die by it. Now, statistically, can you make it? Yeah. But look at the statistics. How many people end up dead in jail? Or going through some life-changing experience that live that lifestyle. It's the same thing with trucking. How many cats end up dead or having major health problems or missing time with their kids and their family don't really rock with them like that because they used to you being gone, nigga. If you live a lifestyle where you gone all the time, 10, 12 hours, 14 hours a day, so you ain't really spending no time with your kids, and that's on the local side. If you OTR, you definitely gone for months at a time. So your kids used to you not being around. You ain't got no real relationship with your kids like I had with my mother that's checking on me constantly, guiding me. You know what I'm saying? You can only do so much from a phone call. And at this point, if you on your headset talking to your kids through a phone, it's just like being in jail, touching them through the glass. Yeah, you free. Yeah, you can always park the truck and go see them personally, whatever, whenever you feel like it. But are you going to do that? Hell no, you're not. You're going for months at a time. And you trying to parent your kids through a phone. And that's trash. It's trash. It's horrible parenting. Now you got to rely on the mother, which statistically we know that don't work. Being raised by your mama does not work. You're lucky if you make it out the hood like that. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, The streets gonna raise you. You're gonna be on the block. You're gonna be listening to other male figures. That's stupid. They just dumb. They don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They street smart, but they not common sense smart. Because if they had good common sense, they wouldn't be doing the things that they doing. They'd be constantly working, 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 trying to get out of the hood and get out of that whole lifestyle and put that behind them and creating a new reality. Which in a real reality, if black folks really had solidarity and was thinking they would get far as they can out of these high rises and living on top of each other and find acres of rural land and build stuff up from there and build businesses and work out of rural areas until that area becomes, you know, becomes profitable, where there's jobs there. They could build their own stores there. You know what I mean? Sort of like the Black Wall Street thing went down. Nowadays, it's going to be harder to burn that down and do the, raping and pillaging that white people did back then. But if black people had solidarity and thought a lot smarter, there's still so much rural land in this country. And as a truck driver, we see it constantly. Well, black people, we so used to live in the city life, high rises, buildings with niggas on niggas on niggas. You can't breathe, roaches everywhere, rats, fast life, fast food, hookups, deals, not buying nothing at retail, people constantly stealing stuff and you catching stuff for a bargain. You know what I'm saying? We used to live in that life. What's up, Shape World? We used to live in that life. You know what I'm saying? And I know, Mr. Rain, you say we're gonna be help gonna be shitty regardless, but if you really thought about it, you could get out of that. You could get out of not being unhealthy. It's just cats ain't gonna do it. It ain't a regardless thing. It's more like a are you gonna do it thing? And the answer to it most of the time is no. Cats ain't gonna do it. Cats ain't gonna take their 30-minute break jogging around the truck. Cats ain't gonna get off of a 11-hour drive shift and run around the shipper. Cats ain't gonna put their foot up on the steps on the back of the thing and do some incline push-ups off the tandems, and you know what I mean. You ain't gonna get back there on the DOT bar on the back of your trailer and get your dips in. That's the reality of it. But you can do it. You can, and that's the mentality that you gotta have. If you're not gonna do that, then trucking is not something that you need to be doing, my man, because your health is sitting here with your back hunched over, driving like this for hours and hours. It's not healthy. Eating and just letting that food fest in your stomach, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Never having your heart rate up, except for the 1 or 2 minutes that you cranking the tandem legs. I mean, not the tandem legs, but the trailer legs, the legs on the trailer. Which sometimes, don't get me wrong, when I was in intermodal, that was a workout, fam. I ain't gonna lie, because it wouldn't be a couple minutes. Sometimes I'd be playing with some trailer legs for like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes. So it'll be a workout, and I'm talking about I'm giving my all, boom, boom, and that joint ain't moving nothing but, you know what I'm saying? You can't even see the movement, So, but on any other day, I'm twirling that thing with my finger. That ain't no workout. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't good for you. So that's what this podcast was about, me going live. Is basically saying that you could kill it doing other things. Like, if you're going to drive the truck and constantly think about your way out, what you can do to make good money and be productive, something that ain't going to go anywhere, something that you can make decent money doing, because money ain't everything. Money ain't everything. I've made a lot of money overseas and didn't get to see my kids, and I've made no money and got to coach my kids playing football. And let me tell you, the happiest I've ever been in my life was making no money coaching my kids football. Constantly doing things with my kids, doing activities, being able to be around the people I love. That was the happiest time in my life. So, and that got taken away again because I had to cut hair or just like work a job. You know what I mean? So I couldn't just do what I wanted. But I worked hard overseas and was able to come home for like pretty much a year and spend all that time with my kids was real little. And that was like one of the best years of my life. You know what I mean? So money ain't everything. It ain't always about the money. Now, does money bring you happiness? Hell yeah. That's why we do what we do. And don't get me wrong. I ain't telling you not to go get the money. Facts, go get the money. Get your money. Get your money. But don't let that determine everything. Don't let that make or break every decision that you make. Because there's more than just money. You could make $60,000 and be happier than a guy that makes 120. Know that. Know that. Don't let nobody lie to you and tell you the happier person automatically is going to be the guy that makes 120. It's not true. That's not facts. It's not facts. It's not. Because you can make 120 like I did overseas, and all I did was eat, sleep, and shit and work out. That's it. I couldn't even spend the money. All I did was stack it. Was okay, yeah. But I'm a military guy, so it's easy for me to get over things. I don't get depressed easily. You know, I'm used to sleeping in trash situations. You know what I'm saying? And when we was over there sleeping in them trailers, it was trash. It was trash, fam. Like, them trailers was horrible. It was a little bitty little little trailer, like little single wide trailer that you gotta split with another grown man and split a bathroom. It was trash. Not to mention, the temperature hitting 138 every day in the summertime. So you just sitting in a microwave basically, because the damn trailer was made out of tin. So you're just sitting in there cooking. If the air conditioner go off, that joint will wake you up. That heat will wake you up out of your sleep. But I was used to sleeping on mountains, sleeping on the ground, doing different things to get money. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to keep a cat like me down. I'm not gonna, I'm a hustler. I'm a survivor. I'm a real, true soldier. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get mine regardless, and I ain't letting nothing stop me from getting mine. I can make it whether I'm in the army, in jail, or whatever. I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them cats. I'm built like that. Not saying that I'm invincible. Of course, I ain't Superman or nothing like that. But with my mind state and my size, it's gonna be hard to do me in. You know what I'm saying? I got a brain, and I'm strong. I got will and dedication and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this ain't a toot my own horn fest. It's basically getting at the fact that I was able to survive that because basically I was just stronger, and I did it standing on my head. I also had friends over there that helped, and I was ex-military. That helped, and I like working out. So that's all we did was eat, sleep, shit, and work out every day. Every day. We might take a day off of working out. I'm sorry, we might take 2 days off of working out because we only got 1 day off overseas. And we would stretch it to make it feel like 2 days with the schedule. So we'll take that day in like 14, 15, 16 hours. And we might take that day and 16 hours off working out. But as soon as we get back on base, back to doing the job, it's back to hitting the gym because there ain't nothing else to do. Except being a lazy fat fuck sitting in your room playing video games, and that's just not how I'm built. I'm not built like that. I'm not gonna sit around and chill on a computer all day or not do anything physical. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how I'm built. The gym is perfect for me because I like going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I would hang out at the gym hours and hours and hours on end. I would work out for an hour and then just sit and chill in the gym. All I need is a TV. I might go grab some lunch and come back to the gym because I'm built like that. I will chill and hang out at a gym. But that's how I was able to survive going through that and being away from my family and being away from the kids and all of that. That's how I was able to survive that. But in all honesty, I wasn't happy. I made more money than I probably ever made in my life, being the fact that everything's paid for when you take into consideration, one, 95.5 of the first 120 some odd thousand that I was making was tax free because I made it overseas. Two, I wasn't spending any of it because we could eat for free, we live for free. You didn't have to pay for anything besides basic stuff like uh, uh, toothbrush, toothpaste type stuff, deodorant, hand soap. You know what I mean? Stuff to basic, well, I got a brain for it. Hygiene, personal hygiene stuff. Other than that, once you bought you a decent pair of boots, you know what I'm saying? Once you bought you a decent pair of boots, 4 or 5 khakis from Old Navy, and a couple of George polos, that's some silky polos. That was just my swag. Couple of George polos from Walmart. You in the game. That ain't gonna cost you nothing but a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? After your first check, you done bought everything that you need, even a laptop. You can get a tablet or a laptop on your first check over there. So once you get there and get settled in, and cats over there all been over there for some time. It's gonna be a lot of cats over there that's been over there for a long time, and they gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a lame, unless you like this weirdo. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't a weirdo, cats gonna rock with you. So if you need help, man, cats will throw you a stack or a couple hundred here and there to get you back on track, because they know you gonna stack your check, and once you get paid, you'll be able to bless them back with that. So it ain't even no pressure. You eating for free. You know what I'm saying? What is it to some cat over there that's been making 100,000 for 4, 5, 6 years straight, ain't spending nothing, none of the money? There's cats over there that's single that literally spend all their money on vacation because they ain't got no kids. They ex-military, just got out, fresh out. Now they overseas making good money, and the only thing they spend their money on is their car because they got a Hellcat just sitting there collecting dust in the garage. So when they do go home, they fresh. And other than that, going on vacations. And when they go on vacation at the time, they don't even see the Hellcat because they done went to Ibiza, Dubai, Bahrain, you name it. Cats going to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere Amsterdam was an awesome trip that a lot of cats went on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that was the game. But to get back on subject, if you're single, yeah, maybe you from going on all them trips and living like a world explorer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna deny that. Going on trips and chilling in Dubai just for the heck of it ain't fun. Smoking hookah in front of the Burj Khalifa. That I ain't gonna act like that ain't fun. Seeing the world's largest aquarium glass and going to the Mall of the Emirates and the Mall of Dubai and going to Bahrain and kicking it in them clubs overseas and seeing different types of people and experiencing different types of food and getting kebab plates and eating all the lamb meat to eating lamb meat till you can't eat no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna act like that wasn't cool. It's cool. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you got kids and stuff like that, it ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? Because if you a real man, you constantly thinking about raising your kids and how your kids is coming up and how they doing and making sure they straight and making sure they getting everything that they supposed to have. And you can't really do that. You can only feed the beast. You can only send money back. You can't spend that time with them when you overseas making money. So, and for me, it was more money than I ever seen. I ain't gonna lie. At the time when I was making that money, it was the best thing smoking. You know what I'm saying? When nobody really misses me because they know I was there for the greater good. Like when nobody in my family making 100,000 a year, you know what I'm saying? And not spending any of it and sitting on their hands all day and being able to send that money back. Like I was the man, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing the right thing. But, and all in all, it ain't no way to go, you know what I'm saying, leaving your family. But yeah, like far as the kids though, like you want to be around for them. And you can't do that in no truck. You can't do that being overseas. You can't do that hustling and talking to them out of a jail cell because you're going to get caught. Because let's just be honest, niggas is bitches. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is hoes. The hood is trash. Niggas act like they 100 and they talk all that shit on them rap songs. But they don't talk about how many snitches and hoe ass niggas it is out here. Like, it's so many snitches out here, bro. Like, chances on you not running into a snitch, bro, that's hella slim. You gonna get snitched on. If you hooping, if you really balling, shooting that three like you supposed to, and making that money like you supposed to, and you got a smart mathematic brain, and you know how to stack that money like you supposed to, man, somebody gonna hate on your whole situation, fam. You're not finna just be living off the fat of the land. Because with the money come the hoes. With the hoes come the talking. And with the talking comes hate, envy, jealousy. And once you mix all of that, the hoes, the jealousy, the envy, the fake friends, the savagery, man, you get the snitches. Or the cats that just want to rob you. They might not even snitch on you. You got them cats. That's just pure evil. They just want to see you. They just want to get you. However getting you, whatever getting you mean. That could be robbing you. That could be straight up killing you. That could be stealing from you. Like waiting for you to park your car and taking your car or taking your rims, putting a gun in your head, scaring you, threatening you, trying to take what you got as far as your clientele, your block. Man, they come with all of that. Cats talking down on you. Now you got to make the decision, what am I going to do? He talking down, cats has been talking real greasy. What you going to do? You going to act on that? You going to go over there and get some straightening? Or you going to let them ride? Because the longer you let them ride, the more they going to feel like they could pull shit on you. And the more they feel like they could pull shit on you, that's when they're going to start doing all the funny shit. But at the end of the day, you can't really raise your kids properly like that. And that's what I mean by trucking as a means to an end. Because if you're a real man, you care about how you raising your family. You care about family. You care about how to do things the right way. And if you got any brains, you're going to make it happen. You're going to make it where, because see, this the thing. Like I said, I was raised by a single mother, right? So I had a lot of influence in the streets. With older cousins, friends, the gangster mentality, you know what I'm saying? Just getting over, you know what I'm saying, period. Just everyday schemes and waking up every day, thinking about how to get over. Hey, what's going on, Erica? I had a crazy mentality about waking up every day and how to eat, sleep, and, not eat, sleep, how to eat, buy things, get Jordans or support my weed habit or, just different things as a young man, things that I wanted, which wasn't much, you know what I'm saying? It was really just weed, food, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe buy some video games or trick off on something, just tricking off stuff, you know what I'm saying? Small, petty stuff. Looking back now, it was petty stuff. But back then, chopping up an 8-ball and making $300 on a $125 8-ball was the life for me. You know what I'm saying? I could sell a couple rocks. I get off a couple 20s. Boom, I got $80 in my pocket. I got enough money to go grab me a dub. Go maybe grab me a 40. You know what I'm saying? Mix it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we had this thing we used to do called punch in the eye, where we used to take a 40 ounce and a 1 liter Hawaiian punch and mix it. And that was before St. Ives was doing the special brew. And I swear to God, somebody was watching us or watching somebody else and seeing that we was making special brew and just made special brew. Because when special brew came out, it tastes exactly like punch in the eye. Shout out to my man Corey Mancup. That was our thing. You know what I'm saying? We get a 40, get a Hawaiian punch, make a punch in the eye, right? That's what we called it. Punch in the eye being a Hawaiian punch and St. Ives. Punch in the eye. Clever, ain't it? Yeah, I know. But I get a dub, get a punch in the eye. Maybe that was pretty much it. And then later on, after we got blow, maybe hit, go grab a pizza puff or something, or go grab some, McDonald's or something, stuff that teenagers eat. And I was good, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, buy trinkets in that. A cat was selling a book of food stamps, grab a book of food stamps. Cat selling a bracelet that I like or a ring I like. Boom, grab a ring. Cats got guns, you know what I'm saying? Came up on a shotgun, came up on a 22 rifle, came up on my pops handed me a 380. That was my other gun. That was a hand-me-down. That joint that had no firing pin in it. But you know what I'm saying? Um, my cousin was coming up on text, came up on a Tommy gun. These niggas, they got pulled over with a Tommy gun in their trunk. Police pulled them over, took their gun and let them go, bro. You know they didn't report that. They had a Tommy gun, bro. And that's just part of the life. You know what I'm saying? You get up, you sell a couple rocks, you sell like 2 or 3 rocks, 4 rocks. Boom, now you got some money to play with if it's a real good day and you're really on your grind. And that's just me as a teenager. This is my hustle. I ain't speaking on nobody else. I'm a really good day. I get off about 10 or 12 of them things. I'm good. I'm good. I done made about 200, 220. You can't tell me nothing. I'm 14, 15 with two bucks in my pocket, weed, $60 book of food stamps. No, the world is my oyster. I ain't worried about nothing. I got everything I want as a short. You know what I'm saying? We got video games. You know what I'm saying? We got the broads is on the block. They rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? They rocking with the crew, period. Cause we them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I got decent shoes on my feet. I got decent clothes on. Them little swishy pants, them nylon swishy pants with a Nike t-shirt, man. Oh, and I had braids, and before that we would get finger waves. So I'll pay to get a chick to do my hair like $10, I think it was like $15. Let her throw a perm in my head, give me some finger waves, get my boy Greg to hook me up a fresh fade. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here GQ. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Earring in my ear. You know what I'm saying? Living a life. But this is kid stuff. That was me as a kid. Growing up, learning that you can't pay no bills on that, learning what it takes to pay bills, learning how to flip zones and zones and zones and make hundreds every play. Man, there ain't no way to live. You mess around and get killed out here in these streets dealing with these savage ass niggas. These niggas is trash. So, with you being a truck driver, with me coming up, like not me being a truck driver, with me coming up in the streets, and my mother raising me, I had a lot of influence from other guys on the block or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I had finger waves, Erica. Facts. Like I was definitely on my Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas. You know, real nigga activity. So with coming up in the streets, I had a lot of influence from the male perspective. You know what I'm saying? From niggas on the block. And my mother was constantly working hard. So when she get off work, you know, she'll check in on me, make sure I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of check my demeanor, check my temperature. And then she back to bed because she got to get up at like 5, 6 in the morning to drive all the way up to Elgin because that's what a decent job was for her. She was making good money driving a brand new car, had us in a decent apartment, which me and my niggas turned into the projects, basically. We turned it into the hood. When I moved out there, it was a nice neighborhood, flower bed, nice playgrounds. We tore all that shit up. Me and my comrades, we turned that motherfucker to a war zone. We, with all the drugs and shit, like all that shit we did as teenagers, we was living like minister society in that motherfucker. We was shooting that bitch up and smoking everything out. If one smoking everything out, we was shooting it up. You know, we ain't had shit else to do. We was a bunch of young-minded, dumb niggas that would, you know, living in the devil's playground. But like I said, coming up, I had a lot of influence from the male perspective, and it was like I let them steer me the wrong way and not focus more on what I should have been doing. And now that I'm grown and I know the way, I know all the tricks. I know the fact that gangbanging is a trick. Now, there's a lot of good literature in that, and a lot of these niggas out here, they use the good literature to trick you. You know what I'm saying? The gang mentality, what you come up learning as a gangster, everything in that literature is good stuff. It's a great way to live. And by the literature being so good, these shiesty, shade tree, savage ass niggas turn it and flip it just like preachers do with the Bible. They take it, they flip it, they turn it around, and they have you doing shit that's not good, that's not right. If you was really living by them laws, you probably would be a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? We probably would have businesses and be more present in the political atmosphere, but niggas use the literature for wrong, for selling drugs, for stuff like nation packs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to break down what a nation pack is. I did that on an episode before. But either way, coming up, I had influence, and me knowing the tricks and knowing that all that stuff is a brainwash. The drug dealing is a fast hustle, and it ain't gonna do nothing but get you locked up, dead, in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or murdered. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna be, you out there. You know what I'm saying? Your cheeks is in the wind. Niggas could get at you. You ain't Terminator, nigga. You not invincible. You know what I'm saying? You ain't bulletproof. So at any given time, niggas could come snatch your life, and it'll be over something stupid as hatred, jealousy. They really ain't got no reason to hate you. These are niggas that you don't even know. They just see you driving by. They see you sitting on 26s, and they want that, and they mad they ain't got it. Now they coming to get it. But my point being is, now that I know better, I'm able to provide a life for my kids. I'm in their life, and I'm in their ear constantly as a man, not as a woman. To be like, nigga, what's wrong with you? I'm there every day if I want to be at any given time. I ain't gone for months, weeks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out their life. If I want to pop up on them today, tomorrow, whatever, I could pop up on them and be like, nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? Is you retarded? I'll beat your ass. You tweaking, bro. You tweaking. You gonna let these niggas over here on the block trick you? They tricking your goofy ass, and you falling for it. And they need that in their life. Young men need that in their life. They need a man to tell them, look, this is what's gonna happen. Tony and Deshaun and Eric and them niggas out on the block, y'all gonna run and y'all gonna do this for a little while. The next thing you know, they gonna start hating. The chop gonna come up missing. Somebody gonna come up with some messed up story. The next thing you know, you out of $200, $300, $400. Everything you worked hard for and risked your freedom for. Or if you in the car thief game, you know what I'm saying? Police gonna get slick. They gonna figure out which 3 or 4 of you niggas is stealing cars. They gonna come get y'all. And when they come get y'all, 2 of y'all gonna make it. 2 of y'all ain't. One of y'all niggas, if y'all lucky, the 2 that don't make it, that get caught, ain't no snitches. If one of them niggas is a snitch, all 4 of y'all asses is getting locked up. Because they gonna tell on everybody. And that's the fucking problem with niggas and that hood mentality. They talk about all the cool shit. Oh, I flipped the brick. Woo, woo, woo. I got 4Gs. I'm iced out. I'm a gangster. I carry my gun. I'm letting off 30s and 40s. But they don't talk about how, while you letting off 30s and 40s, this a nigga out there waiting to get you, laying in the bushes, and this nigga snitching on you constantly. So ain't no real win. You ain't gonna win, nigga. You not gonna make it. Because niggas don't want to see you make it. It's cutthroat. The street mentality is trash. And if you in it, you're trash. Whether you like it or not. I don't care how much money you got. You still a trash nigga. You still a trash nigga. You could have been spending that time being a doctor, learning something, learning how to build houses, learning how to be an electrician, learning how to be a plumber, learning how to be a truck driver, something that actually provides resources, something that your people can use. If you was an electrician, something happened in the house, you could fix that electrical problem instead of having to beg or do something or pay that money and figure it out. Every trade, everything that you learn, you can use to help your people. Being a cook, which is pretty basic, if you ask me, from a household, perspective. I ain't talking from a chef perspective. Learn how to cook learn how to cook amazing gourmet meals for a broad range of people with talent. But from the household perspective, cooking is basic. You know what I'm saying? If you grown and you need anybody to cook for you, you're a trash ass human being. You're just trash. You should just go kill yourself. You should be able to, you know what I'm saying? Fact, Sherelle said, you literally arguing about this right now. Yeah, it is. I mean, because there's so many cats out here that don't know, you know what I'm saying, a better way of life. And I'm glad that I'm not like my father. I love my father. I respect my father. My father was a good nigga at heart, but he was a street nigga. He didn't do everything that he should have did as a man, in my opinion. Because if he did, then I would be just like him, but I'm nothing like him. I'm almost the opposite of him. You know what I'm saying? Not quite. Some things we are alike. Like I say, I love and respect my father. But my father was a street nigga, and I'm not a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Have I played in them streets? Do I know about the streets? Yeah. But I ain't no street nigga, and I'm proud to say that. I'm not a street nigga, and I don't want to be in them streets. The streets is trash. It's garbage. There ain't no real There ain't no wins there. There ain't no W's. It's all L's waiting on you. All L's. If you make a W, man, what did you have to go through for it? All the traumatic experiences you got to go through just to get a W? Please, when I could be a regular nigga, a real nigga, and just get the W's without all that trauma, man, please. Easy decision. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. Trucking is a means to an end. All that being away from your kids, you putting yourself in a position where your kids are still gonna grow up like street niggas. Cause you're not around to say, hey man, smack him in the back of the head, hey man, what the fuck's wrong with you? You tripping, G. Let me show you how this gonna pan out, cause I did it already. Alright? All my niggas got locked up. I got a gang of niggas. I ain't got too many homies that got killed. I'm gonna be honest. Like from my hood, my time coming up, we didn't get killed like that. We shots or whatever, but back in the day we weren't psychopathic murderers like these niggas is nowadays. The 90s, we had killings, we was doing all that gangster shit, but these niggas nowadays are psychopaths. Like they're murderers. Like these niggas are something wrong with these niggas. They mental health, they lacking in the mental health department. You know what I'm saying? We did all that other shit, but we just didn't kill each other. Niggas got shot. We really wasn't trying to kill each other. We was trying to scare each other and just make money. You know what I'm saying? We weren't really trying to kill each other back in the day. What we was trying to do was scare niggas and move them off the block and make money. It was all about the money. None of that other shit meant anything. We didn't care. It wasn't cool to just be walking around with guns. We walked around with guns because of the money. Because we didn't want nobody moving us off the money. So we didn't think the gun was cool. We thought the making money was cool, the buying the clothes was cool, and getting females was cool. But if you in a truck all day, you still putting yourself in a position where if you got young boys, they still being influenced by males, and they not being able to get pulled to the side before it's too late to say, hey man, if you do that, you do this. This is what's gonna happen. So you can show them the lesson and even introduce them to people that's probably in your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got cousins and I got people direct. I got direct examples to show these niggas. I could just go to my cousin crib and have that nigga tell them a million stories about similar situation that they in. If they don't believe me, you know what I'm saying? If they don't believe my story, cause let's face it, how many shorties be out there and they don't believe they pops or they moms? That shit going one ear and out the other. They gotta hear from another nigga to get the total perspective of it. Cause maybe you not bringing it to them right, or they just don't respect what you saying because you think you just saying, they think you just saying shit to scare them. And that's just where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? As a people. And that's something that not just black people, but just men in general, we deal with. We don't listen. That shit go in one ear and out the other a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So, it's up to you though, as a person to be around though, to show them examples before they get in too deep with this. Because, man, it's crazy. This world crazy as hell. And like I said, truck driving is a means to an end. I'm glad I'm around to show them, like, look, what them niggas got that I don't got? What you really want out of life? You looking at these street niggas like they cool, but let's take a deeper look. Where they live? And where do I live? You really want to sleep on them floors and live like that on them linoleum floors? How many niggas in this chat that slept on a linoleum floor before? That motherfucker hard as hell. How many niggas had to sleep on a linoleum floor that had brick walls? Ain't no drywall. Ain't no studs in the wall. Straight brick and metal rods going through that brick. Concrete. On linoleum. Man, what? Do you really want to live like that? You really want to run through them buildings like that and live like that and have to sleep in that position? Or you want to do all the wicked shit and then come home? And then when you come home, you sleeping on drywall, decent carpet, decent bed and all that good shit. You got a nice thread count on your sheets. And then you go back to the hood. You know what that shit gonna bring? That's gonna bring jealousy. Them niggas gonna be mad as hell that they gotta sleep on the fucking linoleum, sleep in the hood, sleep in the trenches, and you get to take your fairy godson ass back to the crib and sleep in the bed with your own room and shit. Niggas will murder you over that. You think niggas is rocking with you like, nah, them my niggas, they ain't gonna do me like that. Yeah, alright. Let me let you talk to a couple niggas that had niggas, day one niggas, 10-year niggas that they didn't think was gonna do them like that. Niggas that ain't got shot up by their homies, robbed by their homies. You know what I'm saying? Snitched on by their homies. Day one niggas. They ain't gonna do me like Tony ain't gonna do me like that. Man, Tony will sell your ass out for a pack of cools, nigga. So I'm glad I'm in my kids' life and showing them a different perspective and different things, but also being able to tell them, like, even though I'm driving trucks or whatever, this is an awesome hustle. Treat this like you treat the hustling shit. It's a way to an end. You want to be doing something that's better for your health and better for your family and better for your relationship. You don't want to be in a position where you're living in this truck, because if you do that, you ain't doing nothing but taking the man out of the household. And that's what we need to get away from, especially as black people. White people, y'all do what y'all got to do. Y'all had centuries of living the good life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be away from y'all fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even no big deal. Y'all got communities and communities and communities of motherfuckers. Y'all police help y'all kids. Our police kill our fucking kids. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all got officer friendly at the schools. That's a decent role model for y'all kids. Our kids ain't got decent role models like that. Our police kill us. Our police, the ones that work at the school, they decent, but the ones that's patrolling the block, for the most part, the ones that work at the school are decent. They decent role models. Most of them cops, they in that school position, and they actually are decent guys. Most of them that I've met. But the ones patrolling the cops, the jump out boys, the niggas that don't wear uniforms, the niggas wearing t-shirts, vests with a badge on that boy, man, they ain't out there trying to help your kids. They trying to figure out which one of your kids is drug dealers and cop thieves and trying to get them niggas juvie time. So I can't speak for white people because I know for a fact, because I live in the type of neighborhood. If the police is patrolling the block in a nice neighborhood and they see the kids getting in the, misdemeanor type shit, they do shit to help them. They do shit to help them. They ain't out to try to kill them and arrest them and shit. They like trying to curb that behavior. So if you're lucky, you grow up in that neighborhood and grow up with that, what's the word I'm looking for? That luxury. And you know what I'm saying? Lucky for white folks, they've been privy to that shit for centuries. Whereas the only people that really have resentment for the government and the police and shit is trailer trash, white people. And they exist. It's poor white people out here. Don't get me wrong. It's white people out here that know the struggle. But shit, in all honesty, most of them just don't know no better, because with that white skin, boy, I could have did, man, let me tell you, with white skin, I could have did fucking numbers out here on these streets. Around the world. Man, what? The world would be my oyster right now. Because I'm smart. I would leave the trailer park. I don't give a fuck what type of environment I lived in. It would be better if I was a white boy and grew up in a trailer park and had that sense of street savviness to me. Because that's exactly what I got now. And I use that in the regular world to stay away from bullshit, to be able to peep when shit going wrong, to use my peripheral and my sixth sense. I'm glad I got that. I'm not glad I grew up in the hood, because like I said, I could give my kids that sixth sense a little bit. I could put them up on game. They'll never be able to have the game that I had, because you got to live it to truly get it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want my kids to live it so that they could truly get it. Fuck it if they never have it. I don't even care if my kids ever had that. I don't want them to have it. I want them to never have to get it. I don't want them to be around them niggas. I don't want them to know shit about this shit these niggas talking about on these rap songs. I hope y'all never live like that. I hope y'all don't even understand what these rap niggas are saying. I really do. I really do. That means I did my job. But if y'all run into certain situations like I did, you're able to make it out that jam. And like I say, living in a truck, man, you can't really police your kids up like that. So that's what I mean when I say trucking is a means to an end, and that's just my perspective on it. I did my hour on here, ranting and raving. We was having a conversation about that. I just wanted to drop that little gem on y'all. If you're not already, subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Hit the like buttons. Leave a comment under these videos. I'm starting to make my playlist as far as the health stuff. Sorry I've been lacking about putting out the gym videos. They coming though. They coming soon. But yeah, this is about to be the Cummins talk. And I'm going to do the Cummins talk as often as I can too. I'm going to do it. If I can do it daily, if I can squeeze one in daily, then I'll squeeze it in daily. But y'all going to be getting a lot of these Cummins talks. I'm just going to get on here and rant about what's on my mind. And today what was on my mind is the comparison and how people don't realize driving a truck and being away from your family is so close to being a street nigga and raising your kids out of a jail cell. How could you truly raise your kids when you don't see them, when you can't reach out and touch them niggas? Because I know a nigga like me that grew up doing street shit. I ain't listening to no niggas that can't touch me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't respecting no niggas that ain't around, ain't present. Man, please beat it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta catch me, fam. I live the you gotta catch me life. Period. I live the you gotta catch me life. So you trying to parent me or do some shit over a phone? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And yeah, so be careful out there driving a truck if you got kids. If you single, still with the only thing that I got to say if you single and you ain't got kids and you're driving this truck is pick up a book and try to pimp this truck game for as much as you can and learn as much knowledge about it so you could do less and get paid more. And also just keep in the back of your mind the health. Stop eating all that bullshit. Stop not doing anything physical, not getting any exercise in, not getting your heart rate up at all during the day. Because man, that shit is slowly killing you. Being in this truck is slowly killing you. The way you eat and your physical habits, shit is not good for you. You're on your way to fucked up knees, bad back, heart problems, you know what I'm saying, sleep apnea, digestive problems because you holding your bowel movements. Like, it's just not a good look, bro. So, and with that being said, Podcaster Dot Trying, it's your boy Larry Bird, aka J Killer, signing off. And y'all be safe out there on the road. And like I said, y'all got anything to add, leave some comments. I appreciate everybody for checking in the chat. Y'all want to support the channel, y'all see the Cash App at the bottom. I ain't going to put no pressure on that. But I will press y'all to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, tune in with me, tap in with me. If you just leaving a comment under the video just to say, what's up, Law? That's what it is. Just say what's up. It's my pleasure to bring y'all different content. And I'm finna watch these finals. Y'all niggas be safe out there. All right?